Why do Scottish Highlanders wear kilts? The Scottish kilt, which may look like a plaid skirt for men, was created as a useful multi-purpose garment. Originally, the kilt was one large rectangular piece of cloth, some 15 feet long by 5 feet wide, called a filibig. It was folded lengthwise, wrapped around the waist, and then belted in place. The remainder of the cloth was thrown over one shoulder and pinned. The skirt-like apparel gave the men of the Highland unrestricted movement of their limbs while traversing its rugged terrain. Its creation, however, was actually the result of the poverty of the people and the scarcity of wool. The old kilts were very versatile since they could be pulled over the head and shoulders during inclement weather or used as a blanket when sleeping outdoors. While we might think of a kilt as a skirt, women never wear them. The Scotsmen, however, are not shy about wearing their kilts. Today, a kilt is like a knee-length pleated skirt with a separate matching plaid or blanket-like mantle, which is worn over the left shoulder and fastened with a brooch. The kilt has 7 yards of wool, and the plaid has 4. The kilt should never be worn below the middle of the knee. Included in this festive regalia is a purse-like pouch known as a spron. The kilt has no pockets. There are also rules governing the use of sprons. No fashion-conscious Scotchman would be caught wearing his day bag, which is made of leather, during the evening, when only a fur bag will do. Other parts of the costume include a doublet, jacket, a bonnet, cap, bruges or shoes, the knee-high stockings. To complete the ensemble, a decorative pin is worn so the kilt does not come open and reveal the wearer's undergarments, or lack thereof. The more macho kilt wearer may place a knife in his sock, as Scottish soldiers once wore kilts in battle. The most important of the costume is, of course, the tartan, or plaid, pronounced plaid, cloth pattern. The differing designs of the stripes and colors on the wool cloth came to represent the different family clans of the Scottish Highlands. As all the valleys in Scotland where people settled were isolated from one another by the surrounding hills, the inhabitants of each area became known as a clan, and each had its own set, or tartan. Tartans date back to the 1200s, and were also worn by the Irish and the Celts of Europe. The British outlawed the wearing of tartans and kilts in Scotland in 1745, after the Jacobite Rebellion. Many tartan patterns were lost before the ban was lifted in 1782. The Scottish military was, however, allowed to continue to wear their tartan, and they do so today. Today, Scottish descendants around the world carry on the traditions of old, wearing Highland dress at parades, weddings, and ethnic celebrations. Ask a Scot if he's wearing skirts, brooches, and handbags is dignified for a real man, and they will say, of course they do. They do wear underwear beneath their woolen kilts. Conventionally, wisdom says yes, but to each his own, and at least they don't have to shave their legs.